Mercy, Mercy, Here Comes Percy by Vivien Cyrus. In a land where days are hot and bright and stars look big in the tropical night, where the roads are pink and the breezes cool, I went with my brother to a thatch-roofed school. I was just 6 and a good little girl, but Percy was the naughtiest boy in the world. He could loop a lizard's tail as quick as a guess and slip it like lightning down the back of your dress. His pockets were a wonder for his friends to behold, with pet frog and slingshot and silver and gold from a ship off the coast of the Spanish Main, plundered by his pirates again and again. They held buttons and marbles of the brightest hue for games if he wanted to play with you. His games were only for the toughest boys, pirates and Injuns who could run with no noise and hide in a barrel or a star apple tree. But his favorite was tying up girls like me. Of course, whenever grown-ups were around, a nicer 9-year-old could never be found. It was, "Isn't he a loving, darling child?" and "Doesn't his sister's hair look wild?" When I'd just finished making it ever so nice with frangipani blossoms I'd had to tie twice, and he'd hug them, all the while making faces at me. So I'd make an uglier face and flee. Next day was the very first day of school, so Mother said, "Hold her hand," and Father said, "Don't go near the Lamaha, boy, there are alligators, you understand." The Lamaha River flows wide and deep, and in it the alligator families sleep, with one eye open, the other eye closed, and a wrinkled smile with one tooth exposed. Every alligator dreams of the day he could dine at an intimate table for two, where the alligator waiters serve sweet port wine and several courses of you. So, when an alligator smiles, just nod your head and say, "Good morning," or "How do you do?" But never, never join him for a ride instead, which he constantly hopes that you'll do. He couldn't find his book bag, but I found mine and slung it o'er my shoulder to the side. It was brown, and the sun made the big buckles shine, and my running made things rattle inside. My friends were 'neath the schoolhouse built on stilts, sharpening slate pencils on stone. We played games like Litty with perfect tilts, practiced when we were alone. On the way home from school, I heard the band of the King's men on parade. The men on the horses wore shiny things, most wondrously, wondrously made. Pa-pa-pa, pa-pa-pa, and a rum-tum-tum, toy soldier trumpeters, big brass drum, harness a-jingle, thumping feet, standing room only, no place for a seat. All dash to the bridge for a parapet view, but I get there too late, and there's nothing to do but squeeze and jump like a leaping frog midst squealing friends and a barking dog. The banks of the Lamaha River rose high, and I too was a soldier with pipe to the sky, marching along with invisible band, no big brother or grown-up to hold my hand. Tweedledee, pa-pa-pa, and a rum-tum-tum, my own royal regiment, my own brass drum, when over the sound of this glorious noise came the joyous squeals of numerous boys. I was nearing the bluff where the bamboo grows, and only the wild duck ever goes, where the kiskadee calls from a moment's perch, and the river below roars wild in search of its ocean mother, far away, where flying fish frolic and mermaids play. I was nearing the bluff when I saw, piled high, 6 bundles of clothes staring up at the sky. and below in the water could be heard the hoots of 6 little boys in their birthday suits. Their laughter and splash made a terrible din, and I shouted through cupped hands, "May I come in?" "What? A girl?" they roared. "A girl in here? With the fiercest alligators? You wouldn't dare." "Oh, please let me come down. I'll never tell." Then all 6 threw mud with an awful yell. "Go away, colored girl, in your Panama hat. You're not coming in, and that is that." "Please, please let me swim. I'm not afraid. And if you won't let me swim, please may I wade?" But they roared and spluttered and screamed mean jeers, till my cheeks burned hot and I tasted tears. Then, with leaps and bounds, my spirits rose, as my brimming eyes spied Percy's clothes. I'll teach him a lesson he'll never forget, when he has to sneak home bare naked and wet. I picked up his bundle and started to run, as his howls of protest rose up to the sun. "Come back here, you girl, you'd better come back!" And I'm sure that his face turned purplish black with rage as he screamed and splashed about. But I ran so fast that soon his shout became the tiniest sound, and my heartbeats were heard for miles around. I crossed the long bridge which belongs to our house and hid his clothes beneath the stair, then waited and waited like the quietest mouse for the moment when he would appear. But Percy and his pirates decided to stay and splash the whole afternoon long. And after a while, in the midst of their play, they heard this calypso song. "Gator gals got the prettiest smiles. Gator gals are a treat. They can sing the soprano, dance the flamenco. Gator gals are so sweet." The Alligator Steel Band played an encore to 1,000 wild alligator fans, who squealed and shouted, "More, more, more, more! We got the greatest alligator bands." Then the alligator maidens saw the boys, and their eyes grew large and round. They clasped their hands and gurgled their joys that their dreams come true had been found. 'Cause when a schoolboy marries an alligator maid, his human form is shed. He changes to a gator, and his old looks fade when he and his bride are wed. "Marry our daughters," their father declared, "or be prepared to die. Marry our daughters, or be prepared in a very big banana boy's pie." Percy and his pirates swam lightning fast, with the alligators hot in pursuit. A sunken ship gave them refuge at last, but the skeletons there made them scoot. The gators guffawed when the pirates crept past the swordfish's fierce fencing schools. Their guffaw made the sound of a trumpet blast, and their maidens' guffaw sounded like mules. The sun was painting the evening sky bright gold, bright pink and green, and far overhead the noisiest birds in matching attire were seen, flying home to their nests in the Amazon trees, full of stories to tell to their young, who could not go to sleep while the spider monkeys were shrieking their evening song. The moon was wearing her brightest gown, when along the bushes by the road, someone or something bobbed up and down, like a seesaw with a huge toad. "Mercy, mercy, here comes Percy, puffing like the evening train, looking right and looking left through the bushes and the sugar cane." He leaped through the bushes on stealthy toes, then slipped and fell down, plop. and he howled so loud when he bonked his nose that nothing could make him stop. So his mother and father came running outside, and the neighbors came running too. And the grown-ups laughed so hard that they cried, and he didn't know what to do. So he sat in his birthday suit and laughed with everyone else instead. And father said, when he could catch his breath, "Now, my boy, it is time for bed. Will you ever go swimming in that river again?" And Percy replied, "Not me. There are too many sharks off the Spanish Main. Now, may I please have my tea?" In a land where days are hot and bright and stars look big in the tropical night, I smiled in my sleep as I dreamt of the fun the alligators had watching Percy run. The end.